Hey up, Titus Pétange fans. New day. Back on Football Manager. Let's get the lights on. We might not be able to do that in the winter. What a way to start the episode. A bit bleak. Let's go on to transfers because this is a big episode. I think we went up to Belarukov and the transfers in. So anything like October and onwards, we have to look at. There's only loans through the winter, which is fine. So there's no real outbound players actually sale-wise. So we'll just talk about the intakes. Arias, a defender, Colombian defender, only 3.5 stars there. Not going to make it into the first team. You wouldn't imagine. 1.2 million from America de Cali, I think it was. Let me have a look. Yep. Atletico Madrid, we did a double swoop for Thomas Dominguez, who's probably like the most interesting signing of the lot at 5 stars. Very confident that he was going to be 5 stars, 18.5 million, 12.5 million for Barak. So in total, it's 31 million pounds. I think if I've done the maths right, the Israeli, I believe, wing back. Yes, Israeli right back. So it is 4.5 stars. Maybe makes it, maybe not. Down here we got Dario Cruz, who is a 5-star player. 5'11", might turn into a centre-back. I honestly don't know at this moment in time. It's a very strange wheel. I don't think it could develop him into a really nice all-round midfielder. Probably more so defensive. God knows what we're going to do with him. But 12.5 million for a 5-star player, you can't really say no to that. A goalkeeper, we are on the lookout for talented goalkeepers, of course. Flavio Coelho is a 4.5-star player. Coming in from Porto, £2.9 million. Rufinho Gutierrez dropped to 4-star potential after, I think it was labelled as a 4.5. It was all right. It was a risk worth taking at £1.3 million from Real Madrid. Amari is an interesting one. Amari came very late on a report, and 18 years old with that wheel, I don't expect much of him. But he has got 5-star potential, so can't really rule him out just yet. Nice little signing, I would say, at £5 million. If he is a 5-star player, then that's just excellent business. Neo Dynert. Great name. Not a great player. Just the 4 stars, which is like fine for any other team, but not when you are Titus Pétange. That was 2.1 million. Just really small fees being like accumulated. Keeps everything nice and tidy. Guy Rijnbolt, who is a Belgian winger. Just not really the standard of this team. £800,000 from Standard Liège. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on in the league, in Europe. We're still in everything, of course. We are just about to win the BGL League. I said that that's where we're going to come back and celebrate our 33rd BGL League title, eclipsing Jeunesse d'Esch. Schifflange are the only team that I believe can do it, but it's so like improbable that you might as well give us the championship anyway, because not only do they have to play us, but they have to, overturn a plus 111 goal difference when they're on plus 29. It's not going to happen in the amount of games that we've got. I think it's 6 for Schifflange, 6 for us. Yeah, 6 games left. So in 6 games, they have to average about 20 goals a game, I think. Yeah, it would be something as ridiculous as that, I think, for them to... No, they would have to do 10. It would have to be plus 10 goal difference every single... It's impossible, all right? It's not going to happen. We've got the 33rd league title. Jeunesse d'Esch are about to get overtaken as the most dominant Luxembourg force. And, our quest to become quite literally the best club in the world is essentially coming to an end. Is the save coming to an end? No, of course not. Luxembourg side of things, they actually puts us nicely onto Luxembourg side of things. We didn't go through this UEFA Nations League. We actually just lost. And thankfully, this draw against Switzerland made sure that we stayed in Nations League A. But still, you know, a pretty good showing, solid showing for the first time that we were in Nations League A. In Champions League, we have got Paris Saint-Germain squeezed awfully into the fixture list. In fact, wow, the next home game is there on the 20th of April. Damn. That is absolutely ludicrous. We're going to be here for an hour. We are. I'm going to have to go through a month's worth of playing to see the trophy lift. And there might be a quarter-final of a Champions League in between that as well. How do we separate this into two? Can we separate this into two? Let's just crack on with it. A lot of cracking on needs to occur. So this is the first game. It's Schifflange against Titus Pétange. Schifflange have to win, and probably have to win well to even have a chance. They're probably done for. They probably know what's going on. Is that our Leonardo Borges? Mate, hold on a second. Have Schifflange got Borges as manager? He is, isn't it? Oh, he's amazing. Oh, he came from us. He must have come from us. Man, so he was he like picked off by Schifflange, or did the contract run its course? He's unbelievable. I can tell you that. He's unbelievable as a manager. That one's gone right under my nose. Let's take the match overview off. Give you the full screen experience. Torre goes to Claude. Sabotage. They need to win. Schifflange need to win this. Good for Borges, you know. The better staff we have in this league, the stronger it'll become. You do get the sense that the tides are turning. We've had a bit of a dead couple of years in terms of Champions League for the entirety of Luxembourg, but Jeunesse d'Esch back-to-back Conference League winners, so that got some coefficients on the board. We don't need to worry about coefficients points for the moment. Gonzalez down the left. Yes, that is Savo Saran. Let's go, lads. It Savo. Oh, on the left-footed side foot volley. Oi. So it looks like Schifflange are going to be like the next dominant force. Not obviously, it'll be Titus Pétange at the top, but then Schifflange will be second. They've got a good manager now. They seem to be our bogey team on more than one occasion. Although today there is big domination by Titus Pétange. You can't put the ball in the back of the net. They don't technically need to put the ball in the back of the net, even though, like, you do love a win. You do like to get them wins. Let's move the score sheet down a bit so we can actually see a bit more of the match stats. Lovely stuff. A little bit more. That's it. There you go. That's perfect. 68th minute. Probably can take some of these players off. Calabrese, the Italian midfielder, for some reason, unbeknownst to me or ignored by me, I foolishly loaned him out without the option to recall him. So we're without him, but it's all right. Neto can do a job here in midfield. We've also brought back Marty. Marquez is developing, definitely developing. Just got to make sure that he doesn't get injured. But we will have Martin because he's further on that development. Need to get a goalie up. Fingal and Anzarza maybe. Want to try and get Zaza into that centre back role as quickly as possible. I really don't know, with all the stats that he's got, how on earth he's not natural in that position. Maybe Juric, maybe some more like fresh legs up front for us. It's a pretty dead way to win a league title if this finishes 0-0. Just get a goal, everything's be right. There you go. That's exactly what needed to happen. Savo Saran just lifted it above the goalkeeper to the back post, and there is Ongania. Schifflange 0, Titus Pétange 1. And if the title celebrations weren't happening yet, then they certainly are now. Savo Saran, totally in control here. Best team in Europe, best team in the land, Fingerland. From the Oscar Gonzalez assist. Oscar Gonzalez back from his loan at the start of the season. There we go. So we had a little change of personnel. Edward de Long, the Dutch centre mid, I know that he's gone out on loan. So he continues his development because he wouldn't get as much game time through the second half. There's a couple of them. Stoev, you are just wasting your own time here, pal. Just drops. He drops luckily to Sabotage there. It was like a double, almost like too many chefs in the kitchen there, defensively for Titus. On Gania, it's like he's doing some wing play. Saran might go to the left back. Left back does a little bit of an overlapping run, and the assist there to Fingerland was a joke. Yeah. Savo Saran. Call him 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, Savo Saran. It looked like it was going to be a close call through, January to November. It looked like certain months one player was doing well and then it would turn to another player and you had like a four-way battle, essentially. Oh, we get the league title here. Perfect. I mean, not exactly what I want to do. I would like to do it at home, to be honest. But here's the BGL League title. That helps me. That really does help me. Because without this scene, we would have had to gone to the end of April. Hey, that's good. So we could stop now. But I did guarantee you 3 games. We'll drop that down to 2. Definitely go to PSG in the Champions League due to the first leg being quite tight. Would have loved Calabrese, to be honest, but that is my fault. That is my fault. It's nobody else's fault. That's my fault for accepting that loan deal without properly reading the T&Cs. We have just overtaken Jeunesse d'Esch as the best Luxembourg club to ever grace the land. I mean, we were that anyway, but that seals the deal. No one can suggest otherwise. How about that? At the start of the save, I wish for silverware. I knew that we were going to get silverware, but the fact that we've been able to get so much silverware to overtake the likes of Liverpool, the likes of Real Madrid, and then obviously you got the dominant clubs in Luxembourg that have just won year after year after year, and we've just overtaken the lot. Only one that we haven't overtaken is the Club World Cup, but let's be honest here, the Club World Cup is just, it's pretty dead. 7 times Real Madrid, I mean, like, that would, 6 times 4, that would take 20, hang on, 6 times 4? What's 5 times 4? Yeah, it's 24. Why did I freak out there like 24 was the wrong answer? It would take 24 years to even get on 7. And I could do it, definitely. I know how to work the Club World Cup now, but it's just like, it's a nothing tournament anyway. It's a nothing tournament. Maybe that's one for the next save. I think the next save, by the way, is going to be a Youth Academy only run. Never tried it before. feel like I could do it. Maybe in Portugal, because me and Portugal have history. Let's put it this way. Caldas was a nightmare. Caldas was the last save where everything went wrong. I could maybe say the Malaysian save in the beta for this game, because the Malaysian save in the beta, one of the clubs in our division was bankrolled, which essentially meant that I was second best, second fiddle to everything, and I couldn't really develop the league like I wanted. Furthermore, we then found out that the dynamic youth ratings kind of didn't even work. So it was going to be, it would have been hopeless anyway. An absolute hopeless venture. UEFA Champions League, it's Titus Pétange against Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain doing, all right, but great defence by Titus Pétange in that first leg. So we'll give you an extra game, and then we'll go to a Champions League final if we get there, which I think we should, even with a weaker midfield. That front four, the Ballon d'Or 4. Oh yes, the Ballon d'Or 4. That's it. Every year them guys are nominated. The Ballon d'Or 4 up front. It'd be wicked if all of them eventually won a Ballon d'Or, but I think it will just be Savo Saran all the time. Ongania has smashed that in. Unerring finish by our big lad. Very nice. Not a bad delivery by Sabotage as well, who probably heard my criticism in the old dressing room, saying, look, we're bringing in Neto because we can't really rely on you that much, and being like, okay, well, watch this. To be fair, he's not put a foot wrong since. We are already 2-0 up. Savo Saran on the front post from the corner, and this could be a kickoff goal as well. Jesus, lads. Talk about just ruining someone's hopes and dreams. It's a shot wide. They really needed that one to go in. Oh, a shout on Rubio as well. He's not been like the biggest improver this year, but he has actually gone to 4.5 stars. Like Gadiel Kim, 3-0 after 16 minutes. Jesus. I can hear the children have just left the school. There's a school near us, and I can hear them going down the path. Here's Rubio. So Rubio has matured into a 4.5 star player. Don't like his speed that much, but his positional awareness is pretty good. Obviously, I like to have sweeper keeper attack, and that ruins him a little bit, but his position's good, and I'm not seeing him get caught out by it, so I don't really mind that much. He's definitely the best option that we've got. Maybe Ivandic was a bad idea to get rid of. Not saying that Rubio isn't good enough to replace him. It's just that Ivandic did definitely fit the billing a lot more, and I should have thought about that to a greater extent than what I did. Because he was only like 26, 27 when I sold him. We could have had at least, he's a goalkeeper, so we could have had at least like 5, 6, 7 years more of like peak Ivandic. And that's definitely worth more than 100-odd million quid. But without that 100-odd million quid and without that transfer, we don't see the greatness of Rubio. Whilst we've been watching it, recording especially, he's just been absolutely outstanding. There's some of the saves that he's pulled off whilst we've been recording. Perfect. Outrageously good. Right, well, we have weakened our side a little bit through that first half with the 2 substitutions. We had slight injuries coming through. But I'm comfortable to simulate eventually. We'll get to about the 60th minute, I think, and if it's still 3-0 or a little bit better, we will simulate, because I don't want the noise from outside ruining the video. It's been quite a nice video up to this point. Hastings It's like the second day back, isn't it? Or third day? It's Wednesday, isn't it? It's Wednesday, my dudes. Old Ben Hastings, who used to play for us, just smashed it over the bar. The Goal 50 was announced. How about this? The Goal 50 we don't usually talk about. It's an award like celebrates the top 50 players. 49 of them came from Titus Pétange. Either playing for them now or came through and then got sold. 49. It's utter dominance. Any good player goes through Titus Pétange at some point. It's fair enough. From them 49, there were some players that I'm like, yeah, I probably should have kept hold of him. Like Makeda, the central defender at Atletico Madrid, definitely should have kept hold of him because he's a great defender. But for most part, we've been good, and that is a testament to how we've like dealt with the signings and dominated football landscape. But staffing has been outrageous. They almost scored an own goal there. It would be mad if this ended up being a goal for them. Wow. And that was a mistake by Rubio. He was covering the front post too much. So that was kind of set up by a huge mistake at the back from Paris Saint-Germain. And it's led to actually a goal from them. Stats-wise, they've not played too bad. They've definitely been in this game way more than the 4-1 suggests. Yeah, our XG is not that much different. So I've got to be really careful in the next Champions League games. Like, yes, we probably are still favourites to win the entire tournament, but the Calabrese blunder could absolutely screw us over. Oh, bad miss by Moreira. Might have been impeded by the defender a little bit, but should have been on that. And yeah, we'll call it for the next 10 minutes. Might get a fifth there. There was a key highlight, but Paris Saint-Germain are not scoring 3. Yep, 4-1. 4-1, and that's an aggregate of 4-1 because obviously first leg finished 0-0. We got ourselves 8.2 million, couple of injuries, nothing serious. Salvo Saran impresses again. You just see he's just dominant. But Ongania, hey, it's nice to see Ongania back in the top goal scorers. That is great. Just he finally this season he's felt like the same player before the injury. It just took so long. Bless him. Top player. He is the top player in the world, Savo Saran. I wanted to go to World actually just to check off the award winner. And the Ballon d'Or, Savo Saran, there he is. Savo, and his 5th in 6 years. Ongania just blocking it up. 3 for Uriarte, 5 for Raul Torres. So he's got the same as Raul Torres now. And it should have technically been 7 for Paradiso, even 8. I mean, remember that year where Simon Roger Colongi won it because he scored from all the Paradiso chances. 53 assists that year. Fair enough. Paradiso only made 20 assists, 2045. Wasn't even there. Where is it, bro? Where is he? Where is Paradiso? He's 38 assists, average rating of 8.55. Average rating of 8.0. Look, his average rating is always higher. Ay. Whatever. I could be annoyed all day. Look at this. Lefinho. Paradiso. Oh. 56 assists with an average rating of 8.99. 8.99. What was Savo Saran's? 8.36 this year. In a different league, mate. In a different league, that kid. That is a stupid season from Andreas Paradiso. Wowzers. Right. I think we have covered it all. We had a youth intake, just was really crap. They said that there was like a excellent goalkeeper coming up, and his name was Ferry Berger. When he eventually dropped, I was like, oh my god, he's called Ferry Berger. And then I saw the stars. I was like, and then he's 5'9", mate. Like, absolutely useless. So it's just one of them years where nothing there in the youth academy, which is fine. Like, I can take that. We've had really good youth academy reports recently. Like, over the last 5 years, we've brought in 4, maybe over the past, like, 7. Whenever Mitev and the striker Joric came in, which I think was about 5 years ago. 2052. It's 7 years ago. 6 seasons ago. So in that 6-season gap, we've brought in 4 quality players, it looks like. Joric, Mitev, the centre-back, in that one. And then later on down the line, the Guilherme Marquez, this lad. And then recently, the most recent one, Antonio, is looking very good as well. So we shall see. That's a really awkward pause. I don't know why I'm pausing. I just want to say bye, because that's the end of the episode. I will see you hopefully for a Champions League final. If we don't get to a Champions League final, then I might actually just skip to the first episode of next season, because that'll just explain it in itself. But I think we do go to a Champions League final. There's just too much quality up front. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see very soon, because I'm going to continue on with the save. Bye-bye.